Why did Challenger explode? To most people watching live, it looked like the shuttle suddenly blew up in the sky. But the disaster actually began with a small rubber seal, an O-ring. Inside the right solid rocket booster, sections of the booster were connected by joints. Those joints needed to be sealed tightly. Because during launch, the booster was filled with extreme pressure, heat, and burning gas. The O-rings were supposed to stop that hot gas from escaping. But on the morning of January 28, 1986, the temperature was unusually cold. The rubber became less flexible. And when Challenger launched, the O-ring in the right booster did not seal the joint properly. For a moment, the danger was hidden. Hot gas began leaking through the joint. But debris from the burning fuel temporarily sealed the leak. That meant the shuttle could keep climbing. From the outside, everything still looked normal. The engines were burning. The shuttle was rising. The smoke trail looked smooth. Millions of people watching had no idea that a deadly failure had already started. But as Challenger climbed higher, the forces on the shuttle changed. The temporary seal broke. Hot gas escaped again from the side of the right booster. This time, it formed a flame. That flame struck the external fuel tank and the booster attachment area. The structure started to weaken. Then the right booster began to move out of position. The external tank failed. Fuel mixed violently. And 73 seconds after liftoff, Challenger broke apart in the sky. It was not a normal explosion like a bomb. It was a catastrophic breakup caused by structural failure, fuel, pressure, and fire. That is why the disaster was so shocking. One small seal failed, but that failure triggered everything. The O-ring failed to seal. Hot gas escaped. The flame damaged the external tank. The booster connection failed. The shuttle was torn apart by forces it could no longer survive. But the fatal mistake was not only technical, it was also human. The cold weather had been a concern. The O-rings had shown problems before. Engineers had warned that launching in those temperatures was dangerous. But the launch went ahead. NASA was under pressure. The shuttle program was supposed to look reliable. The mission had already been delayed. The world was watching. And in that pressure, a technical warning became a management decision. That is what made Challenger more than an engineering failure. It became a lesson in what happens when warning signs are treated like obstacles. After the disaster, investigators focused heavily on the O-ring failure. But the deeper question was not just what failed. It was why the system allowed it to fail. Why were the warnings not enough? Why did the launch continue? Why did confidence become stronger than caution? The answer is what makes Challenger so haunting. The disaster was preventable, not because anyone wanted it to happen, but because too many people convinced themselves that the risk was acceptable. That morning, Challenger was not destroyed by one single moment. It was destroyed by a chain, a cold morning, a vulnerable seal, a dangerous leak, pressure to launch, and warnings that were not taken seriously enough. The world saw Challenger break apart 73 seconds after liftoff.